first section is a piece of music by a composer named Hildegard von Bingen. And you might not know the name, but she is widely regarded as the first official female composer. She lived in about 1000 AD, so a long, long time ago. And she was a nun and a prophet and a poet and a composer, and she was said to have mystic visions where she would get creative inspirations, and she would do all this great output of music and song. So the music you're going to hear right now is very closely related to Gregorian chant. So there's no real rhythm to it. So we're kind of figuring out the rhythm based on the rise and fall in the line, by the text stress and all of that, the long and short syllables and things like that. But we're kicking things off here with pretty much the first female composer and poet of all time. So Hildegard von Bingen, this is Laus Trinitati. So now the Highlanders, they've got kind of a fun set. So maybe not all of these are people that you'd think of as poets, but they're singer-songwriters. And so these folks, some of the songs they're doing, they both wrote the music and the lyrics. And so I equate that to great poetry as well. So you're going to hear a little bit of diversity, such as like the Spice Girls. Now they wrote the music and the lyrics. Here's the song we're going to do. You're going to hear Wannabe, which is, you might know that song. It was popular back in like 99, 2000. But we're doing it in a brand new setting, which is set like an English madrigal. So you're going to hear it, and you're going to go, what? It's kind of a cute little piece because it's clearly Wannabe, but it's set in an old style. And then you're going to hear a piece from Secret Garden, and you're going to hear some Tay-Tay, some Taylor Swift. So you're going to hear lots and lots of great stuff here. So here's the Highlanders.
want to be my lover, you have got to give. You have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. Dancing up and down and winding all around. 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 I'll tell you what I want, what I really want, what I really want. Tell me what you really want to sing a cigar. If you want to be my lover.
That one is a really great arrangement of it. Maybe some of you heard a number of years ago we did an arrangement of Smash Mouth's All-Star. Hey now, you're an all-star. But it was in that style. And this guy has written 3, so we're going to do all 3 of these as a set this whole year. And so by the time we hit spring, we're going to do all 3 of these little songs. I just love that, things like that where you take... Most people who've come to concerts here know Aaron and I are big rock and rollers and stuff. But I love when arrangers take, traditional pop melodies or things like that and kind of mash them up with more classical styles. It's really fun. This next piece, beautiful piece, text by Helen Keller. It's called Through the Dark, and I think there's some really beautiful moments of text painting in here, especially when it's sort of describing how the text is describing how Helen might not necessarily be able to see, but through the gifts that she's been given by the grace of God, she has vision 1,000-fold, and I think you'll sort of see the great way that the composer has woven this throughout the song. So this is Through the Dark.
You're on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset. She's going off about something that you said, 'cause she doesn't get your humor like I do. I'm in my room, it's a typical Tuesday night. I'm listening to the kind of music she doesn't like, and she'll never know your story like I do. 'Cause she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. If you could see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, so why can't you see? You belong with me. You belong with me. Walked in the streets with you and your worn out jeans. I can't help thinking this is how it ought to be. Laughing on a park bench, thinking to myself, hey, isn't this easy? And you've got a smile that can light up this whole town. I haven't seen it in a while since she brought you down. You say you're fine, I know you better than that. Hey, what you doing with a girl like that? She wears high heels, I wear sneakers. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole time. If you could see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, so why can't you see? You belong with me. Standing by and waiting at your back door all this time. How could you not know, baby? You belong with me. You belong with me. Oh, I remember you driving to my house in the middle of the night. I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry. I know your favorite songs and you tell me about your dreams. Think I know where you belong, think I know it's with me. Can't you see that I'm the one who understands you? Been here all along, so why can't you see? You belong with me. Standing by and waiting at your back door all this time. How could you not know, maybe? You belong with me. You belong with me. You belong with me. Have you ever thought just a maybe? You belong with me. You belong with me.
That's Kaylee Dorr. Shake her hand now before she sells out arenas tomorrow. So we'll take a short pause here while we bring the bells up and continue this concert.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. Behind me are the Wesleyan Bells. We're the only college in the Dakotas to be, we're excited to be the only college to have a handbell choir in the Dakotas. And so behind me are my bells family. We ring 5 octaves of handbells and 3 octaves of hand chimes. If you don't get enough bells today, you should come back here on Wednesday, 3:30, is the St. John's Bible dedication ceremony, and the bells have been asked to provide music at that very special landmark event. So again, if you want some more bells to fill your cup, come back here Wednesday at 3:30. It's open to anyone.
Okay, so you're in for a treat now. This is the combined sopranos and altos from our newly formed treble choir, the Highlanders, and then the community choir. So last year you may have noticed, you may remember that we combined the students who were in Highlanders and then started a brand new community choir. And so it was all the students from Wesleyan Choir who weren't in Highlanders and then members of the community. And it was great. We did the Messiah, we did 2 concerts in the spring, it was fantastic. There was great enthusiasm with the community, great enthusiasm with the students. They liked singing with a big group. But one thing that several students said was like, yeah, we miss the camaraderie of being in a student ensemble. And so I took those words to heart and we created a treble choir. I've always thought there should be a treble choir here because just the nature of the beast, it's always harder to recruit tenors and basses than it is to recruit sopranos and altos. And so we've always been sort of lopsided. Like we have a lot of sopranos and altos and very few tenors and basses. And to fully staff 2 mixed ensembles was always really, really difficult. And especially as the world we're dealing with post-COVID, choirs are really having a hard time recruiting anybody. So we're fortunate to have what we have, but so I made this change just to sort of make it a little bit easier on the, especially on the tenors and basses, but on the staffing that we have available to us. But you are in for a treat. So I thought, okay, the treble choir is brand new this year. They're a fantastic group of 7 students up here, 8 students up here in the front. Fantastic. They're wonderful to work with, but I was like, most of them are young, freshman, sophomore, a couple juniors. I was like, I want to make sure this is a great opportunity for them. So how do I make sure that they have a great time? Well, I'll get reinforcements. We'll get all the Highlanders, sopranos and altos, and we'll get all the sopranos and altos from the community, and we'll make one big treble choir. How cool will that be? I didn't realize how cool it would be. This is a beautiful sound. This is the kind of ensemble that we could probably take to like state conventions or even like regional choral conductor conventions because this is a fantastic group. Unfortunately, this is probably the only time we'll hear this kind of sound this year because we start rehearsals for Christmas in 2 weeks and that will be everybody again. But this is really, really a fantastic group of singers. This set is way more of the poetry set, so you're going to hear some very famous settings by famous poets, and the lyrics are absolutely beautiful. So here is our little set, and then we'll surprise you with our grand finale.
I will
Okay, now you're really in for a treat. So when I was planning repertoire for this concert, I wanted to grab a couple of some of my favorite singer-songwriters, as I said, and Stevie Nicks is incomparable. I mean, there's nobody who writes just really beautiful music and melodies and has had more influences and has influenced more musicians than I think Stevie Nicks has with her really, really haunting lyrics. So when I saw there was an arrangement of this piece, I went, oh, that's awesome. And then I was like, well, we got to do it with the Highlanders too, and then we could, take it on tour and stuff like that. And then I realized that I've got 5 tenors and basses, and there's gonna be like 30 sopranos and altos up here, and thought, boy, that's not good. So it was actually Aaron who came up with the idea. It was like, well, why don't we have a guest conductor for that? And I said, okay, thinking our band director would have been a good person to bring up here, but like I said, he's a new papa, so it wouldn't be him. And so then again, Aaron thought, well, I also thought I'm going to call some ringers. I'm going to call some of my colleagues here, my friends who have sung with us in the past, and come on up, and here they come. Here they come, the ringers. So people you've probably seen before. But then Aaron said, okay, and of course I was like, well, I'll sing too, but then who are we going to get to conduct? And Aaron's first thought was, why don't you get Dr. Kittle? And I went, yeah, why don't we get Dr. Kittle? Because he was he was in band in college. He's got music background. Of course, he can keep a beat and give a cue. Let's get him up here. And so I presented to him, and he thought about it for a day or two, and then said, I'm in. So he's been wonderful to work with. We gave him a quick conducting tutorial last week, and then he's worked with the students here a couple times, and he worked with the mass group today, and he's fantastic. So would you please give a very, very warm welcome to our guest conductor, Dr. Kittle.
Just like the white-winged dove sings songs, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Kittle. I know you're an inspiration to the students and to me to get up and do that in your comfort zone. Thank you so much. Little does he know that I joke with the students that he and I switch jobs, but I don't want to switch jobs with him. So, all right, folks, we have a lyrical concert in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, and then our next concert is the Christmas concert. So thank you all. Have a wonderful afternoon.